All right, so we're gonna do our quick exterior run on this. For a work truck, it's in pretty good shape overall. You'll see we got a little bit of a bend here in the trim on the tailgate there, but overall really good. I believe it's just the plastics got deformed a little bit there. Bumper's in great shape. The truck does have stuff like this all around it, like little scratches. This could probably be buffed out really well. Some of them are just real surface. Some of them, they do catch your nail. But overall, not too bad. Lights are in really good shape. Door gaps are a little good. This door here, it's hard to tell, but it looks like it was like bent or got caught or something. It just sticks out just a little bit on that passenger front door. But like I said, lights and everything work really well. Bumpers don't really have any damage. Normally there's some dings or bends in those, which is always good. Tires are pretty much brand new, it looks like. Brakes look well in there. A little bit of grooving on the rear brakes, but not too bad. This one here, see another little scratch. But it doesn't catch my nail, right? So like, you could buff stuff out like that, but like this, just a few here and there. I do like to reiterate on these manual hubs, so you have to get out, lock those to engage like 4 low, I believe, and stuff like that. And then windshield glass, all that's really good. Front windows are tinted to match the rest. And that's gonna be your exterior. Oh wait, this almost got me a couple times. So this is chips, not dirt. The paint is chipped all the way to the metal, so just something to look out. All right, so this is gonna be our engine bay. Overall, truck ran really good. Good performance. There's just a couple things I want to touch base on the engine bay here. First thing, brake fluid is a bit dark. Now over time, this fluid is designed to absorb moisture. That's just what it's supposed to do. Once you started seeing that darkness, that is moisture contaminated in there. Coolant has been done at some point, which is good. Power steering is also good. Belts, hoses all appear to be in really good shape. My main thing here, battery. We have corrosion on this bad boy, and this truck died on me while I was doing my code scan, so currently I can't get this thing started. We will get a jump here and we'll get this thing back to the operator or the owner. Air filter, I'd probably switch that out when you get an oil change on this bad boy. Kind of hard on these, but we always look down here. You can see the frame a little bit. We always just look down there to make sure we don't have any rippling or any kind of damage or bolts that have been messed with. It's usually a sign that someone's been in there for repairs. So all looks really good there. This does have a pretty good exhaust leak on cold start. It did go away with the engine being at operating temp, so it's most likely a exhaust manifold. Just something to look into. Like I said, goes away when it's at operating temp, so it's a matter of how much it bugs you. Oil and everything is good. Transmission could use fluid exchange. It's nice at level, but it's a bit high and a bit discolored. Usually a sign of it breaking down in time. So those are just my notes on the engine bay. Looks good overall though. Alright, so this is going to be our undercarriage. I always start going from the front bumper all the way back. This is just to show if anything's hanging down, loose, or just sagging. Looks pretty good overall. We'll get down under here. All pretty good. You'll see some surface rust throughout the truck. I did recommend we get an undercoat on here sooner than later just to keep that fresh. Nothing wet down here. That's what we like to see. We'll pause, go to all the lift points. Alright, so this is the front driver on the cab. That is your body mount, so where the cab mounts to the chassis. Track arms, and then your cats, because this is gas. And then run along the frame. Like I said, you'll see some surface rust, but nothing like scaling or flaking. I always stop here, look at our cab corners, in good health. Another body mount there. And then this is your leaf spring. As you can see, the pack's getting a little chips in there and everything. That's normal, but we just don't want to leave that unattended. Fuel tank and everything. And then we're gonna go to the back. All right, spare tire. Seen better days. It's been down there for a long time. It's a good sign. Sometimes maybe it just shows that it wasn't worked hard or thrashed. Frame mount hitch. Frame looks good. Rear diff, it looks nice and dry. No scuffs or scrapes. This has sway bar and everything nice and tight. Factory exhaust. Pause here. Alright, so this is going to be your muffler. Big old boy on these. And your leaf springs on this side. Stop here for the cab. In good shape on those corners. Frame looks good. Sorry. And then front. The other cat on this side. Everything's nice and dry. I do recommend getting that chassis undercoated. Alright, so this is going to be our interior portion. Unfortunately, the truck has lost power. We should have someone here to kind of get us back in action. Kind of just in and out. Steering wheel controls all work as they are intended to. Cruise and everything. Like voice commands, phone. It's going to be radio controls, and then this will control the infotainment. It's basically 139,000 miles. Your exact mileage will be in the report. I did get that before this died. Backup camera, everything works as intended. All these buttons do what they should. This does have the rear diff lock. You can activate it in 4 low, 4 high. Trailer brakes as well. This truck is a manual hub, so you have to get out and set those hubs. Auto lights, and then auto front windows, and then power mirrors, but they don't fold. You do have pedal controls here, and then I'm going to step out real quick. So looking in, you got this power seat here. A little bit of wear on this, but really there's no tears or anything crazy, just some stains. Vinyl floors, so pretty much just rinse this thing out anytime it's dirty. You'll see kind of throughout the door cards some scuffing. Move back here. Just kind of some light rubs from getting in and out. Work truck stuff. Back here, seat folds up. There's all your extra storage. Little tray that folds up to like lock things in place. Seats just have some light staining, nothing crazy there. Seat backs, you can kind of see a little bit of sag here, but these actually just kind of velcro up in here. Boots are what kill those. All right, we're gonna switch sides. All right, so door card on the passenger side. Again, just some light scuffs. Nothing really major. Same thing with the seat. Just need to be tucked up in there. This is still decent shape there. Door card here. Really good. Seat is manual on this side. All looking good. Glove box just has some info in there. Flakes or bulbs. And that's it. Alright, this is going to be the truck bed or trunk or hatch, depending on the vehicle. This is truck bed. So vehicle does not have the step in the tailgate like some of them do. And then the liner is only in the bed, not the tailgate. These little white specks are going to be chips in the liner itself. Pretty good condition, except for the chips. There's a little bit of blue smudging up at the very front there. Tailgate closes and opens perfectly fine. And then it does also have the backup camera right here. It's not a dampered tailgate, so it kind of just will fall down like that. But pretty straightforward. Does have the cargo lights up there. Does have some tie downs here, and then cargo lamps in there. Alright, so currently we always do a code scan on here. We do have some stuff stored in here. Main thing on here, these are going to be, I had the doors open and parking brakes set and everything while I was doing my tests, so disregard these. ABS just had a stored code for the control module, and then PCM just had efficiency on bank 2. A lot of these are going to be like lost communication on the parking aid and body control as well. The car did die while I was doing my code scan portion. You can see the battery up here, 10.8. It dropped down to as low as 8 volts while I was scanning everything. Now the key stays on. I do keep the lights off, so it shouldn't have been too bad. Unfortunately, we lost all of the monitor test data when the battery died, because all of those reset with no memory when you lose your battery. So we'll just move forward from here and get as much done as we can until we get it jumped. Alright, so this is going to be our conclusion video here. Normally I try to have the vehicle running with all the lights, but this is the one job, for some reason I just didn't have my jump box with me and I didn't bring it. So I have someone coming to jump the truck. I just haven't had a chance to get it jumped, and I'm running out of daylight. So I want to get a conclusion here. Truck drives good, has plenty of power. I mean, these trucks are more of like a low, grunt, and it's got plenty of that. This truck does have an active exhaust leak, You can tell there's an issue with the battery. I did note that there was corrosion. It started for me with the remote start, and it died while I was doing the code scans. So it's not like a lot, like the keys on, I had there off and everything, but we're scanning through all the modules. So I mean, it's probably like 10 minutes of just key on, but it shouldn't have died after the drive is my point there. So you'll need a battery. But overall condition of the truck's good. New tires. You just got a couple dings and stuff around the truck, but that's pretty normal on these work trucks. So main things for me, we had some cracked bushings in the front shocks. You need a new battery. Make sure the transmission fluid gets exchanged with the mileage on the truck and the condition that we saw that at. And the last thing was the brake fluid. You're just trying to make sure you stay on top of that. I would say your brakes are probably, 60%-ish on there. So probably when you get ready to service those, have them flush that fluid at the same time. Just want to make sure we don't get moisture in that system. And then as far as the under chassis, we just get a recode on there and make sure we don't have any more of that surface rust turn into like flaking or penetrated rust.